quick, wasn't it?
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Latimer Park for this Emirates FA Cup second round qualifying replay game. Kettering Town, the Poppies against the Tulips of Spalding. Of course, following on for that 1-1 draw on Saturday. With me at the moment is John Dunham. Evening, John.
Good evening, Cookie.
We were both at the game on Saturday. What are your thoughts on it? We have read them, of course. We've seen your Twitter remarks about it. Now you've had time to digest it. What are your overall thoughts about tonight's match?
I mean, it sounds a little bit ridiculous when I'm going to say this, but I think Kettering will probably be fairly relieved they've got another chance, actually. I know that sounds ridiculous when they're the ones who have conceded the goal in stoppage time. But I thought Kettering was very disappointing, to be honest, and that we haven't said that many times at all so far this season, but I just think they were slightly off it, and I think they gave Spalding a real sniff of things, to be honest. And when Claudio Fosu, who came on and did very well, actually, I thought, got the goal, you thought, well, you know, going to escape out of here with a 1-0 and you'll take that all day long. But, you know, fair play to Spalding. They came back, you know, they took advantage of the man being sent off. It was a great corner delivered at the end and a good header. So, you know, we're back here. But, yeah, I don't think Kettering will be too concerned, to be honest. I think they've got an opportunity to put a good performance on tonight and put things right.
If you've not seen the team on our screen, I'll give you Kettering Town's lineup. It reads like this. In goal is Rhys Davis, 2 is Connor Barrett, 3 Alex Brown, 4 Luke Ward, 5 Connor Johnson, 6 Thomas Unwin, 7 Callum Powell, 16 Claudio Afosu, 9 Isaac Stones, 10 Lamine Sheriff, and 11 Harrison Neal. Kettering subs tonight are number 8 Lorik Darkesi, 12 DeCarry Sheriff, 13 goalkeeper Jackson Smith, 14 Chris Smith, 15 Jordan Crawford, 17 young George Herbert, and 24 Kyle Perry. Connor Johnson was sent off, of course, on Saturday. His suspension doesn't kick in, I think, until Saturday, so he'll miss the Spennymoor match. And Connor Kennedy, of course, came off injured towards the end of that game. He isn't in tonight. And could be out also, I would believe, maybe for the weekend. We'll try and bring you some news on that later. Spalding United, Duggan is in goal. Michael Duggan, 2 is Glenn Yala, 3 James Hugo, 4 Shane Clark, 5 Chris Ward, 6 Tom McCucklin, 7 Bailey Parker, 8 Dan Bucero, 9 Christian Asambalunga, 10 Stephen Broccoli, and 11 is Scott Floyd. Their subs are 13 James Goff, 15 Jordan McLeod, 16 Lies Mazine, and 17 Harry Robinson. As John Dunham said to me off air a few minutes ago, the goal scorer Stainfield, is it
Stainfield.
Stainfield isn't in the side.
No, and that's a big miss. I'm assuming it's because when he scored that goal, he obviously had some sort of clash of heads or something while he was doing it, because he came and got treatment straight after it, and his face was definitely blooded up and everything. So I'm assuming that, you know, it might be some sort of eye injury or something like that that's ruled him out. It's a big miss for them, because I thought he was excellent for him. He really headed and kicked everything in sight. So I think that's a blow for Spalding, actually, on the face of Saturday's game anyway.
He was also, of course, Marcus Madison isn't in the side. He got a hamstring problem. He was going to be a threat, I thought. And Sam Cartwright has also joined the Tulips, is cup-tied, having played for St Ives. Other than that, it's the same lineup that faced the Poppies on Saturday. So let's hope that it doesn't go into extra time and penalties. But
please.
That's what happens if it does remain a stalemate after 90 minutes. But it's a lovely evening here at Latimer Park, our first Tuesday night game for a considerable amount of time. And the pitch looks really good from our angle here. It's nice and green and lush, and there's a fair smattering of fans in the ground as well. Remember, also on Saturday, it's back to league action. We've got Spennymoor Town all the way from Bishop Auckland in Latimer Park.
Yeah, that'll be a tough game when they come around. Spennymoor are one of those sides who I think are built for a promotion challenge. They've got a good ground. They've got a strong squad. They've got a guy up front who scores a lot of goals for them. And
Glenn Taylor,
yeah, that's him. Yeah. So yeah, that'll be a tough game. But they've got business to take care of before that, haven't they? So.
Well, Kettering's players who aren't playing have just gone into the stand. Gary Storer, Max Dice, Jack Emson, and Connor Kennedy. teams will be coming out very, very shortly. Spalding will be playing in all yellow. Kettering, of course, playing in their traditional all red. So there should be no problems distinguishing either side this evening. As I say, it is a lovely evening here at Latimer Park for our first midweek game for a considerable amount. I don't think the last time we played away was that awful game at Leamington.
Oh God, I'd just
forgotten
about that, Cookie. To be honest with you, could be going again. Could be going there again.
Can't wait for that
well,
one.
could end up going there twice in October. I think they've got them in the league away from home towards the end of October as well. So, yeah, that's what awaits. Which, you know, I mean, it's a bit early to be talking about it because they aren't through yet. But if Kettering do get through, then they're really going to have to get a monkey off their back if they're going to go any further in the FA Cup, because Leamington really hasn't been a happy hunting ground for them at all. So, you know, tough game awaits whoever goes through tonight. They're decent again this season, Leamington, so it'll be a tough one.
Also tonight, it gives the Poppies a chance to claw some goals back on Tottenham Hotspur. They're 6 goals behind now on 8-9-4. Tottenham on 900. So it would be nice to get 6 goals tonight.
Well, Harry Kane isn't scoring any goals at the minute, is he? So you know, if they can get a few under their belts and carry on for a bit, then hopefully they can regain the lead in that.
So there we go. That is almost the pre-match done here. The fans are still coming in. It'll be interesting to see what the attendance is tonight, because it's all paying tonight. Season ticket holders and associate members, etc., have to put their hands in today. It looks a good sprinkling of fans. Looking onto my left-hand side, we have our owner up here with us this evening as well. So he's getting a good view of Latimer Park, which I must say is improved considerably over the last few seasons, John.
I just said to Richie actually just before we came on, just thought the ground looks great under the lights. You know, I mean, they really have done an amazing job. They've put their money where their mouth is as far as the ground's concerned. They've brought it up to standard. The pitch looks good under the lights, and yeah, it's the perfect setting for an FA Cup replay. It's you know, you couldn't ask for anything better. This is also impressed about how many people are here so far. You know, also very impressed by the turnout from Kettering fans on Saturday. I thought there'd be a few that went up, but you know, it was an excellent turnout from the Kettering supporters. There does seem to be a good feel about the place at the moment.
It is indeed, and it was a good turnout from Kettering fans. They like the Cup. I know that Paul Cox, having spoken to him after the game and privately, he loves the FA Cup and wants a good run with a Kettering Town team. Let's hope that this is the start of that, as Paul Cox, of course, wants to put his own stamp on things at Latimer Park. He's doing so with this very, very young team indeed, and they can perform. We've seen them perform at the likes at Gloucester, at home against AFC Farden last week or so against Guiseley, putting some tremendous performances against fancied sides. The blip, as you said, was against Spalding, probably, you know, the worst I've seen them play since that first half at Gateshead, but they're allowed one.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's what happens, isn't it? Because I think you start a season where there's no real expectations, because everyone realises that the team's young and everything, so everyone's quite interested to see what happens. And then you start getting a few results. And all of a sudden, the boot's on the other foot, isn't it? You're all of a sudden you're expected. So everyone who went to Spalding on Saturday was expecting them to win, and then when they didn't perform, everyone was like, oh, you know. So it's difficult, you know.
It's known as the Charles Dickens, isn't it? Great expectation.
It is, yeah. But they've created their own expectations by the good performances they've put in so far. So yeah, we'll see what they offer tonight. But you know, they were slightly off it on Saturday, and I think they'd all admit that. I don't think you'd like to think that won't happen again.
Yeah, Poppies are on the field at the moment, all out there, Spalding yet to grace us with their presence, but they've gone towards the tin hat, and goalkeeper Rhys Davis is playing in a new colour kit, all blue. And out come Spalding United in their yellow kit, and they have a few fans in the ground that have travelled as well, hoping to see the Lincolnshire side put one over Kettering Town. Of the 5 meetings between the two teams, there's been 1 draw, 3 wins to Kettering, and 1 early win for the Tulips back in the 1950s. But let's hope that that doesn't happen tonight. I don't want to bring it up too often. I have mentioned it once at the last second qualifying round replay game, John, was against Sutton Coldfield away when we lost the services of manager Nicky Eden.
Well, we didn't exactly lose the services of him. He got sacked, but but yes,
I was trying to be kind.
I wasn't kind. I didn't make the journey, but I remember the next day. I remember the next day really well. Unfortunately, it was it was tough. I like Nicky. He knows. If by any chance he's listening to this, he knows I'm only kidding. Got on well with him. Good guy. Just didn't work out. But I saw. I think Martin Bellamy put something on Twitter earlier, didn't he, about the replay record since they've been at Latimer Park, and it didn't exactly make pleasant reading. So they've got.
Well, records are there to be broken, aren't they?
Yeah, 100%. Let's hope they do that.
Let's hope they do that. Thank you, John. We've got Gary Foreman alongside with us for the first half at least. And as the Kettering substitutes march on to pitch, evening, Gary.
Good evening, Paul. How are you?
Yes, fine, thank you. Yes, hopefully going to see a Kettering Town win, like we all are, of course. The captains, it looks like it's Lamine Sheriff who's the captain today, as there's no Connor Kennedy. And goalkeeper Michael Duggan is the captain for the Tulips. They're deciding on which way round they're going to be, and it looks like it's as you were. Kettering will be kicking towards the Morrison's end, and it will be a Tulips kick-off. So all ready to start here. You're listening to Poppy's TV audio, sponsored by Elgood's Brewery, your local brewery, and of course beers can be found in the Kettering Town Social Club. Lovely beers they are too, so if you are around and you're in there or want to try an Elgood's, pop in. Referee is just signalling to and counting around. They always count. Not sure what that's about, but there we are.
I've never known it yet that we kick off with more than 22 players on the pitch.
I think I've seen one.
There's always a first time though.
Well, it's Azabangalunga taking the knee with the rest of the teams, getting a round of applause from the fans in the ground, and we are ready to start. Here we go then. It's live and with Spalding put out wide to Yala. He pumps the ball forward. There's Unwin, heads it down to Neil. He controls it well. Still Neil plays it out to Brown. He pumps the ball forward for Powell and Stones, but it's headed away. Shane Clark comes in, and a heavy ball from Clark there, giving Hugo no chance, and that goes out for a Poppy's throw on the far side. So it is a throwing on the far side. It's with Sheriff. Barrett gets another throw in. Thought about taking it quickly, changes his mind, leaves it for Neil.
We were looking for Connor Kennedy.
He's not there. So it is thrown in. There's Stones battling away with it, being pulled. Gets the ball back to Barrett. It comes off Barrett and goes out for a throw in on the far side, about 10 yards or so from the corner flag. And we're away here at Latimer Park, of course. You all know that the winner of this game plays Leamington in the third qualifying round in a couple of weeks' time.
Yay.
And throw being taken quickly off the back of the head there off Neil. Chested down by the Spalding number 5. Ward. It's a foul out by him on Neil. Lamine Sheriff plays it back to Ward. Ward pumps the ball out to the right-hand side, the left-hand side here to Unwin. Just inside the Spalding area. Puts a poor ball in though, and that should run through for a goal kick, which it does. 0-0 here early doors.
Yep, very early doors. Both sides taking a few minutes to settle down in this replay. Obviously, I didn't travel, I will admit, on Saturday. Quite noticeable for me that Spalding are a very tall side.
Yeah, they are, and they've got a large player up front in Christian Azalabazalunga. He's their leading goal scorer with it is, yes, 3 goals. He is their leading goal scorer, and certainly was a handful on Saturday. Good header there from Unwin, trying to get the ball to Powell. Powell flicks it on towards Afuso. He's running through. He's got Brown with him. Afuso might try a shot, doesn't. Takes a couple of touches, puts one in, and then plays a wild shot wide of Duggan into the fans behind the goal with his left foot.
First attempt. That was only going to be a danger to the Poppies fans, though, that have seated behind the goal in the new logistics people stand.
And very nice it is too. And the ground itself looking rather smart at the moment, which is nice.
Yeah, it's good to see that the fans on the back 3 rows are standing, as is their wont, to add to a bit of atmosphere for the first half proceedings. Sensible decision, that one, from the club.
Well, Yala is down for the Tulips in the centre of the park. That's why there's no action. Duggan with the ball in his and he's in all orange, as he was on Saturday. And he was the goalkeeper under more pressure out the 2, but going up for that late goal. He was there on the 97th minute, causing problems in that penalty area. And as I say, the rest is history. Raptures of celebrations from the Spalding players. And he's having to go off. He's going off rather slowly. I'm not sure if he's going to come back on again, but he's taking more time than you can to eat a cheeseburger.
Yeah, you'd like to think it's a genuine knock. In fact, I think one of the substitutes is actually...
The crowd offering some advice. I'm sure it's all positive. But he's finally got off the pitch. And have to wait and see if he comes on. Duggan then gets us back underway. There goes the whistle. He does. It comes out wide here for Asabangalunga, who heads it on. Ward gets a foot to it, pumps it high. Trying to find Stones. Stones gets a foot to it. That should go out. I would think it doesn't. It comes off the Scott Floyd. And it is a throw in on the far side, just by the halfway line. Connor Barrett with it. And Yala's changing his shorts as we speak. Harrison Neal gets the ball from Barrett. He gives the ball away, though. It's pumped forward. And that should run out of play on the far side. It does. It goes out for a throwing in Kettering's half on the far side behind the corner flag. And Connor Johnson will take this. Pinching a few yards, he's told to wait. And Yala looks like he's coming back on again. Not sure why, but yes, he's on.
Yep.
New attire. And Johnson now can get on with getting us back into play. Does so with the throw-in. Flicked on by Barrett. Then Afusu, who's knocked off the ball, does well. Here is Brown underneath it. Loses the header, though. Unwin pumps the ball forward to Stones. He's beaten to it. Comes out on the far side. That is Hugo playing it long. Cut out by Johnson. He flicks it to Barrett. Barrett now on the ball over the halfway line. Pumps it forward to Stones. Stones takes a touch. Loses the ball, but Barrett continues to follow up. Puts the number 5 under pressure. And that is resulted in a goal kick. Good work there for Barrett. He continued his run. And for a moment it looked like Kettering might have a corner, but it is in fact a goal kick on the far side.
Good early application there. That's what you want to see from the Poppies. I'm sure Paul Cox would have spoken in the dressing room about a fast start this evening.
Well, certainly in the league games, Kettering have produced quite a few chances in the opening minutes and have gone on to do really well in those games. And they do here now with Afuso putting the ball through to Powell. It's a dangerous ball, but well cut out by Yala, who then plays it into the middle of the park. It's played out wide, but a poor ball by him, straight to Barrett. He plays it to Neal, just in the centre circle. Neal, though, loses the ball. There's a chance here now as the number 5 breaks forward. Might try a shot, does. It's a ricochet. And Ward manages to clear the ball before any danger could emanate from that half chance, really.
Yeah, nothing more than that. It's Pachiro, actually, number 8, that was on the ball, trying to get Spalding's first meaningful attack away. But as it is, the centre halves are forward, and it looks like a long throw coming in.
Yep, it is it is James Hugo, sorry, with this run, getting some advice from the Kettering fans down there, I'm sure. Yeah, by the Keevil Terrace, I believe that's called. In comes the throw. It is a long one, and that's headed out for. Well, he's given the corner. It must come off a Kettering player. I thought it was headed out for a goal kick, but It is in fact a corner. Bit
Yeah,
more
might
pressure for Davis.
Might have been Unwin's head that was on it last. But, yep, first opportunity, real proper opportunity to put the Kettering defence under some pressure.
It will be Hugo to take this, and on the quadrant on our right-hand side, just in front of the small stand, and a bit of movement in that penalty area. Look out for the foul, because there usually is on the 6-yard in the 6-yard box. A foul on the goalkeeper normally. We shall see. So in this is going to come in a moment. Hugo waiting to take this. Does, left-footed low, headed out, and it gives Powell a chance to get there, but he doesn't. And it's put out by the Spalding number 10, Broccoli. It'll be a Kettering throw. It's the Kettering advantage, because the throw-in actually has gone right into their half. And I don't think he needed to do that, but he did. Alex Brown making his home debut. Gets it to Sheriff. Brown then back to goalkeeper Davis, who chests it down and puts it into the night sky. Headed back by the Spalding number 6. There is Connor Johnson trying to find Sheriff. There's a foul, or an offside in fact. So yeah, free kick to the Poppies. So no chances at either end really at the moment to talk about. Moon disappearing over Burton Latimer over there. Looks quite nice, doesn't it? That's one of those paintings by Turner.
Turner-esque for sure.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Unwin, right-footed, trying to get Powell away. There's Stones. Can he keep it in? He can't. And that goes for a goal kick.
It's always the case with the Latimer Park pitch. Still very firm at the moment. And if you're going for the long ball, what you really need to do is to just have enough gas on it to beat the defender, but not to run out. And at the moment, we haven't quite got the measure of it.
10 minutes gone here at Latimer Park. It's still 0-0. He's going to have the first chance and to put this game into perspective. Unwin wins that ball, gets it to Brown, who chests it down, then clears it. That should go out for a throw-in to the Tulips. Yala with this throwing on the halfway line, pinches a few yards, throws it down, but there is Brown to head it back. It will be another throw from the same position again. Yep. It is Yala with this one. Gets the return. Flicks it through, but there is Afusu, who loses the ball as Sean Clark goes forward, gets the ball to Broccoli. Broccoli inside the penalty area here, the chance here. Gets the ball over, back post, 1-0. What a brilliant save there from Davis. That was a goal all the way from Scott Floyd. I bet he thought he'd scored that one. What a fantastic save from the young keeper. But it's Spalding again on the attack. First chance of the visitors. They should be 1-0 ahead. But a fantastic save, as I say, from Davis. There's a foul on the far side. And Spalding, he's got a breath back there, Gary. What a great save.
Absolutely brilliant. Reminded me a bit of Peter Bonetti flinging himself.
He'd have missed that. It was like Gordon Banks, wouldn't it?
Yeah, incredible. It was a free header inside the 6-yard box, so the management team are not going to be very happy with that at all. And like you say, from that distance, a firm header from Floyd. He must have almost scored, but Davis, he just launched himself to his right and managed to claw it out. Fantastic save.
Well, we've got a free kick on the far side. The impetus with the visitors at the moment. Ball comes in. It's a low trajectory. Headed flat there to the wall. The back post goes out for a goal kick. But early advantage to Spalding. And you couldn't have argued with that goal. Unmarked, back post. Great save from the keeper. I'm sure that will be on the highlights at some time, so you can view for yourself. But it still remains 0-0.
Yeah, but I've been impressed by the Tulips this evening so far. I heard the reports that they've sort of set out for a draw at their own place, but based on tonight's evidence so far, they're certainly going for more than that.
Indeed. It's Barrett trying to find the ball through to Powell. He hasn't got there. Cleared by the Tulip defence. Neil gets there, but it's cleared by Picaro. Headed by Connor Johnson to Ward. Ward plays it back. It's Poor ball though from Ward, intercepted by the Tulips, and then a flick. But Unwin should marshal this one out. He does, and that's a throw into Kettering. So Tom Unwin, third game for the club, 2 in the FA Cup. He's not a lot of movement for him at the moment, but Unwin trying to find Stones. Stones does get there, but so does Yala. Plays the ball through. Good work here to Broccoli. Broccoli finds Becerro. He puts the ball wide, and Assam Bungalonga can't get there. And that goes out harmlessly for a goal kick. Well, they've not committed to lay down, have they, Spalding?
No, I've been impressed with their attitude from the kickoff. Really, they're not sitting back hoping to take it for penalties based on this evidence. And it's Kettering that have got the questions to answer at the moment. And at the moment, you'd have to say that Spalding were the best side on the pitch, no doubt.
Well, plenty of time to go and change that as Davis prepares to get us back underway. He'll be buoyed by that great save. Do his confidence the world of good as a young keeper. Tries to find Stones. Stones doesn't get there. It's cleared by Spalding, only to Johnson. He pumps the ball forward for Powell. Powell is in the penalty area, but he runs it out. And that goes for a goal kick. Unlucky there for Powell. He was never in control of the ball, really. It was a bit fast-paced for him, even with his speed. And it ran out harmlessly for a goal kick.
No, but it's another example of the obvious outlet for the Poppies. I mean, Powell has got pace to burn. He's up against tall, rangy defenders. He knows if he can get in between them and the ball is right, he will get on the end of them.
Kick taken. Neil wins the header. Gets it to Powell. Powell traps it on the halfway line. Passes it back to Unwin. Unwin got some space to move forward, which he's doing. He's going forward now. He's by the halfway line. Plays it back to Neil. Neil back to Unwin. Unwin plays it back, though, to Ward. Ward plays it out wide to Connor Johnson on the far side. Johnson moving forward with the ball. Just going into their half. No, decides to check back. And plays it to Lamine Sheriff, who has to come back for the ball. And that's back with Ward. And over here, it's a heavy ball. Will Unwin keep this in? He can't. And that's a throw-in. Good work there from Spalding, who made Kettering put the ball out. And it's a throw-in to the visitors. It's going to be Yala to take this right in front of our commentary position. And again, Spalding, one of the few sides I've seen this season without sponsorship on the home or away shirts. But Unwin gets the ball from the throw-in, flicks it high, but there is Floyd underneath it. Connor Johnson intercepts, puts it out for a throw-in. This will be probably a long throw-in to the visitors. And it is, in fact, Hugo going to take it, which will be their answer to Connor Kennedy, who isn't playing this evening due to injury. It's going to be a long throw-in. He's back in front of the Kettering fans. Long ball comes in, and that's headed out, and referee has given a goal kick, despite the pleas from the Spalding players that it should be a corner, but it is a goal kick. You'll listen to Poppy's TV with Paul Cook and Gary Foreman, sponsored by Elgood's Brewery, your local brewers, and fine beers they do too. As Davis gets us back underway to Connor Johnson. Johnson out of the penalty area, plays it out wide this side in front of us to Unwin. Unwin with a bit of space going forward. Still Unwin just over the halfway line. Unwin decides to play it back though, plays it out wide to Johnson on the far side. Johnson now into the Spalding half. Johnson plays it out wide to Barrett. Barrett got Powell in front of him, puts the ball through. Too heavy for Powell though, and Powell does well, and that should be a corner. It is. Powell did well there. I thought that might have gone out for a goal kick, but played it on to the Spalding player. Now it gives Harrison Neal a chance to float one in. Let's see what he can do. Not too successful with the set pieces on Saturday. Taken short to Powell. Powell just outside the penalty area. Comes inside. He's doing what he's juggling at. Plays it back to Neal. Neal takes a touch. Might get one over. Does. It comes over, and that should be a corner. It's a deflection. And the Kettering fans behind the goal mouth there in the Morrison's end certainly gives it some voice. New ball required. Neal going over to take this. And Anticipation all around the ground with what he's going to do with it. It's a melee of the players in that penalty area. In it comes towards the centre. Goalkeeper comes out, punches. There's Powell, kicks it. Gets it though to Sheriff fortuitously. Back to Neil, who then has to get it under control. He tries to beat the player, does so. It's Neil now coming in by the byline, puts the ball over towards that back post. There is Johnson, can't head there, and that's going to be cleared by Spalding, which it is. Ricochet though off Sheriff, and that goes out for a throw-in. 0-0.
Well, I see some Poppy's pressure from the back-to-back corners, ultimately coming to nothing. I say they are a tall side, Spalding, so the delivery will have to be spot on this evening if we're going to create chances from set pieces.
We're the same at Guiseley. Guiseley were like land of the giants and kept pumping the ball forward, and nothing really much happened until the second half when Powell got in between two of these giants and produced that wonderful volleyed goal.
Yeah, that's the best avenue at the moment.
It is, I think.
He's a willing runner, he's a quick runner. The defenders will not like the pace, and like I say, it's just spotting the gaps.
Well, Ward gets the ball, and desperation there from Brown, gets the ball over towards Stones. Flag goes up for a throw-in, or I think it's a throw-in on the far side. It is. And Connor Johnson going over to take this. Of course, his suspension will kick in on Saturday. So, in fact, a free kick, not a throw-in, taken quickly. Unwin with the ball in front of us into the Spalding half. He finds Brown. Brown back to Unwin. Pumps the ball forward, but there's nobody there for that. Poor header, though, by the Spalding player. He finds Powell. Powell does a double shuffle, does well, still with the ball. He's got Afusu with him and gives the ball away, intercepted by Broccoli. And then cleared by Shane Clark, but interception by Afusu. Illegally, says the referee, and that will be a free kick. Afusu not happy with that decision. But referee Andrew Humphreys disagrees with him.
Just picking up on the point about Connor Johnson, of course. The only good news for the Poppies is that Max Deitch will be available for selection in the league match.
And we've also got Chris Smith on the sidelines as well here.
Indeed.
That can come in just in case Kennedy isn't fit. Ball comes through to Broccoli. Broccoli's headed down here to the number 7 Baker. Out comes Davis, denying Broccoli a chance. Still marvelling at that save from Davis. What a wonderful one that. I'm looking forward to seeing that later. But it is Connor Johnson on the far side. Plays it long for Afusu. He's beaten to it here. Stones gets the ball, but he can't get it to Powell. It's intercepted. I thought Stones might have tried a shot, but he's then cleared and hits Paul Cox on the chest. I think Cox could have done better with that, actually. But it is a throw-in taken quickly. Fusu does well. He beats one. He's got two around him. Plays it out wide to Harrison Neal, who then puts it on this wing to Brown. Brown comes inside. Now Brown with a bit of space. He's got Powell with him. Brown puts the ball in here. Nobody there, though. And cleared by Spalding. There was a chance there. Kettering at the throwing on the far side as Sambalunga can't get there. And a throw in to the Poppies. Fans beyond the goal have livened things up a bit more now. The cup tie. Stones will probably try and allow this to go for a corner. It does and is. Young Stones, I know, like to score another goal. He really enjoyed his first goal against Farsley, celebrating in front of the fans. They're all down that end. Can Harrison Neal produce the perfect ball for Stones to get a head onto? We shall have to wait and see. Neal then on the far side. Ball comes in. There's the keeper. Headed out. A foul as usual. And an offside even. But that all comes to nothing. And 0-0 with how many minutes gone have we got here, John? Yeah, 23 minutes on the clock. Still 0-0 in this Emirates FA Cup second qualifying round, being brought to you by Poppy's TV Audio. And we shall be covering the game, of course, on Saturday against Spenamore Town. Another classic game. But Duggan gets the ball back into the Kettering half. It's headed towards Stones, though. Barrett trying to find Stones. Stones didn't know where he was, but intercepted by Afusu. Does well. He's got 3 or 4 round and then goes down. Foul, says the referee. And Yala I think it is Yala, I'm not sure. Brought him down. Was it Shane Clark?
Clark, I think.
Shane Clark brought him down, doesn't agree. And almost kicks the ball away, which had it been a Kettering player, of course, would be the booking, as it was on Saturday.
Now.
I'm not bitter. Much. But, it's Neil then with this free kick. It's midway in the Spalding half. It comes in low, flicked on, and Kettering can't get anything on it. There's Johnson, hit in, blocked, and that should go for a corner. It does. And that was Stones who got the shot in that was blocked. Neil will be on duty again on the far side as the Kettering fans trying to suck this ball into the net. I think we can say that.
Yes, you can.
Yep.
Legitimately.
Indeed. Then Harrison once again being brought into it. Comes in as a header off the top of the head though, off Johnson. Needs to get a forward on these balls. He's had a few of these this season where they just hit the top of his head. And it was a good chance. It was in front of goal, and any forward movement with the head would have been a goal, I would have thought. But still remains 0-0.
Bit of a more even game though over the last 10 minutes. Poppy started to exert their own little bit of pressure, a few set pieces. Nothing on target though. Duggan has not had to get his gloves dirty yet.
Yep, needs someone on target to put him under pressure. The longer it goes on, the more a shot could come into it as Ward's underneath this. It's off the top of his head. Neil wins it back for Kettering. And then in comes Sheriff, who is fouled by Becerro. Just taken from the wrong place by about 10 yards by Neil. Referee calls for it to be taken from the correct place, which is near to where we are, to be honest. And it will be Lamine Sheriff that will take this, and he's trying to pinch a few yards as well.
It's
actually in Kettering's
10 yards
half.
the other direction.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? So Unwin now has a chance to take this free kick. It's about 2 yards or so into Kettering's half on this near side of the grandstands. Plays it towards Barrett on the far side. Barrett's beaten to it. Powell, will he get there? I don't think he will, no. Cleared by Spalding, but only towards Johnson. Does a turn. Plays it back to Ward in Kettering's half. Ward takes a touch. Plays it square to Unwin. Unwin, Sheriff calling for it here. He's being ignored by Unwin. He's seen him, doesn't use him though. Plays it out wide on the other side to Connor Johnson. Connor Johnson now with a possible chance here. He's got Barrett, takes a little nice shuffle there, gets it to Barrett. Barrett puts the ball in towards the back post. There's Stones, and that goes past him. Shaves going over and out for a goal kick.
Yeah, but that was good to see, because what's happening tonight is Kettering obviously playing with 3 centre halves, and there's only Asam Bolonga up front. So it's important that one of the centre halves takes responsibility and steps into that midfield area to actually create overlaps. And that's exactly what Connor Johnson did in that attack for the first time. So that's good to see.
So Michael Duggan then in all orange take this goal kick. And we're pushed in the back there, and nothing given by the referee. It was a blatant push in the back. Will be a throw in though to the Tulips, and it will be Glenn Yalla to take this. No, it's decided it's going to be a long throw in by James Hugo. Everybody bunched in the penalty area, just Powell and Afusu not in that penalty area. It's 2 round Powell and 2 round Afusu. Hugo with this long throw in it comes a penalty area headed out by Unwin. But ball back to Hugo. Hugo left footed, puts the ball in penalty area there, headed out by Connor Johnson, then flicked out. Powell can't get there. It's pumped back into the mix. Can Afusu get there? He can't. Well won by Chris Ward. Afusu does get there. It comes off Ward again. Goes out for throw on the halfway line. Barrett thought about taking it quickly, doesn't. And takes his time. Finds Neil. Back to Barrett. Barrett to Neil. Neil plays it at Sheriff. Off Afusu. It goes for a throw in on the far side. Very tight play there. Couldn't see a lot coming out of it, and all that did come out of it was the throw-in for Spalding. Last time Kettering played Spalding in the FA Cup, besides Saturday, of course, was in 1972, I think it was, when goals from Ron Atkinson.
Yep.
He
Good old Ron. For my time, that one there, Cookie.
Yeah, and mine at Kettering, but it's Powell for the current Poppies, getting the ball back to Unwin. He plays it out to Captain Sheriff. He's gone from a sheriff to a deputy, and now he's the captain. So, bum. He gets it to Johnson on the far side, plays it to Afusu. He plays it back to Johnson. Johnson then plays it back to Ward. Ward to Unwin. Unwin's got Lamine Sheriff calling for it. It's ignored him again. Plays it in the centre of the park to Neil. Neil plays it to Johnson. He's going forward, takes a touch, plays it back to Afusu. He tries to find someone, gives the ball away, and it goes to Lamine Sheriff eventually. Traps it, turns, gets it to Unwin. Unwin plays it out wide to Brown. He plays it square to Sheriff, who's gone into the centre of the park. Odd shouting. Good ball here. If he's onside, Barrett. He's offside.
Right idea. Cutting out the centre halves, but unfortunately Barrett had just jumped fractionally offside.
So 0-0 here at Latimer Park in this Emirates FA Cup second qualifying round replay. After the game on Saturday ended 1-1. Not a lot going on. We're still waiting to get back underway on the far side with Duggan, the goalkeeper. He takes it. And there's a foul by Ward on Scott Floyd.
Could be a dangerous position now. Big men going forward.
Ward meddled with Floyd. Of course, obscured as far as I was concerned. And of course, it's a very dark night. Oh, look, the dark side of the moon. Look over there. Or was that the white side of the moon? But it all ends up with a free kick. All ends up with a free kick to the Tulips on the far side. It's a line of players on that penalty area line. Look, and of course, this is the sort of situation where they crafted a 97th minute winner from on Saturday. It comes in high, low. Sambalonga handball.
That's a yellow card.
And that should be a yellow card.
It should be.
And offside, but he did handle the ball. And nothing given by the referee other than the free kick. So well spotted for the offside. But
there's a Maradona moment there. I spotted that one.
Well, they didn't spot Maradona's, did they?
Well, no. That's another old wound.
More akin to basketball than football, that, and still was never actually condemned by him, was he? He never admitted it to his death. But there is Davis then for Kettering. Gets the ball towards Stones. He's beaten to it, though. But Powell picks it up. Powell's going through. Then he's fouled. And then stepped on a little bit there by Yala. Referee and Broccoli wants to play with the ball without giving it to Kettering. That's not where it should be taken from. It should be a little bit forward than that, which it is now. Neil and Lamine Sheriff with the ball. I'm going to pace that. If that's 10 yards, then I am the proverbial Dutchman. He's pacing it out now. It's a central position for this free kick. Sheriff and Neil over the ball. Whistle has gone to be taken. Neil comes in. And poor ball, really. It's pumped back into Kettering's half. Sheriff has to run all the way back. Plays it back to Davis. And from a chance, it's back with Davis. Davis then plays it out wide. Johnson beaten to it. And then it comes off Afusu for a throw on the far side. Taken quickly towards Broccoli, who I thought was offside, but he's not. Brock is still with it. Loses the ball, though. And Yala intercepts. Bit scrappy at the moment as Neil traps it to Johnson. He plays it back to Davis. Davis takes a touch. Another touch tells one to calm down and plays it out wide to Johnson. Johnson then with a bit of space on the far side to run. Plays it long for Powell. It won't reach him. Beaten to it by Chris Ward. There is Floyd who gets the ball away to Asamalunga. He's beaten to it. Barrett plays it forward to Powell, but cut out by Hugo. And that will be a throw on the far side. Of course, there's no Connor Kennedy today to produce the long throw-ins for the Poppies. So that's one avenue that has ceased or closed. Taken quickly back to Barrett. Barrett to Powell. Powell, a good flick through to Barrett. Barrett now is in the penalty area. Barrett running through. Can he do anything with it? Gets the ball over. And it goes for a goal kick. And another chance there goes begging for the Poppies.
Yeah, Barron used to do better there. He was put clear, lovely flick from Powell. And his first touch was awful. Overruns the ball. And as a result, instead of being in a potentially a shooting opportunity or a very good crossing opportunity, we end up with a goal kick to Spalding.
Into the 35th minute of this first half, it remains 0-0. Great save from Davis to keep it at 0-0. Kettering produced a few half chances, but nothing that's troubled Duggan at the moment. The ball is pumped forward. Ward intercepts, gets it to Neil, who then miscues it. Second attempt, hooks it forward towards Stones. He's beaten to it though by McCucklin. And once again he wins the ball on McCucklin, but he gives it straight to Afuso on the far side. Afuso running, he's been chased by Becerro. It is still him on the far side, puts the ball in towards Powell, it's cut out and then cleared by Clark, who then somehow gets the ball away. Only towards Brown, he plays it to Unwin. Unwin, who's advanced into the Spalding half. He's got Brown outside wide, he's used him. Brown takes the touch, gets it to Powell. Powell does a shuffle, plays it back to Brown and then puts the ball forward, but Brown puts it out. And that goes out harmlessly for a throw-in as some of the Kettering fans are making their way to the gates for the half-time interval. A bit premature, really, I would have thought, with about 10 minutes to go before half-time. John Dillon's up here. How are Norwich getting on, John? Losing to one of the Paget Rangers. Liverpool under 14s. So it remains 0-0 here. We just had the official attendance there of 582, which is not bad. I thought it would be about 400, but yeah, that's a good attendance.
Well, we nearly sold out the programmes tonight, Paul. That's a good indication on the table. And
Thank God for that. I was up till 3 o'clock writing the things.
I was going to say, we noticed it was a shortened version, £2 for a price, but we were very lucky. People were surprised to see a programme, Paul. Well done.
But there is Unwin. It goes out. And it'll be a throw-in to Kettering. Brown gets the ball. Plays it back to Ward. Ward's got Johnson in the middle with who he uses. He goes out wide, Johnson. Barrett's up in front of him if he wants to use him. He doesn't. He uses Sheriff. Sheriff back to Johnson. Johnson plays it back, though, to Davis. He skies this one towards Powell, who's not going to win that header. He doesn't. Flag goes up. And that'll be for offside. Referee signals.
Yeah,
Stones, I think there was.
Powell offside.
Powell offside. Yeah. All Stones. What a nice moon that is, look. Duggan with this kick. Halfway in his own half on the left-hand side. Delivers the ball. That should reach Johnson. It does, but it's picked up by McCucklin on the far side. Beaten to it, though. And Powell can't get this one. Cut out McCucklin again. He plays it out wide for Baker. Out comes Davis, who bowls the ball out to Brown. Brown plays it to Sheriff. Sheriff back to Unwin. Unwin's ball that is from Unwin. Put Neil under all sorts of pressure. He did well, Neil. Unwin plays it long for Stones. Brown's got there ahead of him. Brown, then his good tackle. I thought it was a foul, but it wasn't. Desperation stuff from Spalding as Lamine Sheriff picks the ball up. Unwin again. Oh, a nice movement there from Unwin. He's got Brown with him. Plays it in the middle towards Powell. Powell now running towards that penalty area. Powell flicks the ball through. Will the flag go up? It won't. And there's a corner, a little touch there. Good work there from Powell.
Yeah, good manoeuvre. That started off with Unwin there with a little nice sidestep, committed his man, broke forward. That's another example of one of the centre halves trying to get into that midfield area, because otherwise it's far too comfortable on a numbers game with Spalding at the back.
Half-time creeping up. There's two Kettering players down there, Neil and Sheriff, but I presume it will be Neil that will take this. One of the first corners from this side this half. And he takes it towards that back post. That comes to keeper. It's headed out. There'll be a chase for Unwin, who can't do much with it, but it was the throw in to the Poppies.
Good defensive header from Ward there. He got his goalkeeper out of trouble. The goalkeeper sort of half come for it. He was getting nowhere near it.
Fusu does some tricky, falls down in the penalty area, gets himself back up again, does a double shuffle, gets through, doing well here, gets the ball over, headed in and headed out there. It's a very good ball, Sheriff underneath it, plays it, but a poor ball. It gives the visitors a chance, but here comes Unwin, then misses the ball, slips it through. It is Brockley who then goes down. There's a tackle there by Lamine Sheriff after the ball, and I think he's going to go into the book. He is. So unlucky there for Sheriff. Referee never saw it, and he gave it because he heard the appeal from the players, but he goes into the book. That's the fourth Kettering player over the two games that have gone into the book, and of course, it's sending off. So it's been quite expensive on the written for the referees.
Indeed. Prime example there, though. You can't tackle Broccoli. Most kids can't.
Well, who'd want to?
I quite like
foul stuff. Was it Bush who said don't eat it, or one of the Bushes said don't eat the stuff? But anyway, we get underway here. It's pumped in there. Davis comes out, does a good punch. Foul on him, and that will be a free kick to Kettering. Another good work there from the young goalkeeper, who's produced a stellar moment of this half so far with a fabulous save. Taken quickly to Unwin. Unwin gives the Poppies a chance to go forward, plays it out to Sheriff. Sheriff on this byline in front of us, plays it to Powell. Powell takes a touch, back to Sheriff. Sheriff plays it back to Unwin. Unwin in the centre, plays it long for Powell and Stones to chase. Stones is in front of it. There's Brown, and offside once again, according to the linesman on the far side. Hardly inspiring stuff, I'm afraid.
It's going to be a short highlights reel, really.
Yep.
Can we get about 10 angles of the
54
save?
seconds is the record so far, isn't it?
We can get
Good
10 angles of the save, I think, and
well, we have got
package
3
it up.
cameras up here, so if we do get
we have.
a chance, we can film that for you, but it will be Duggan to continue with this. Half-time looming, plays it long, won by Johnson, trying to find a Fusu being manhandled a bit, but cleared by Busilo. He gets it to Brockley. Brockley plays it out wide to Asambalunga. He might try a shot, does. It's deflection, and it goes straight into the arms of Davis, who did well. That could have gone anywhere, but he watched it and gets the ball out towards Powell. Powell is going to try and keep this in. He's got nobody with him. He's being chased down by McCucklin. It's Powell. Beats one, beats two, turns, handles the ball, and it will be a throw-in eventually to Spalding. Rather unlucky there was Powell, actually. He lost his balance in doing so, touched the ball, but he then gathered the ball again, and it came off him, actually, for a throw-in to the visitors, who have taken an enormous amount of time to get us back underway before the end of this first period of the game. Throw underway, beaten to it though by Brown, and then Unwin wins it. Neil, head tennis here as Afusa gets the ball to Lamine Sheriff. Lamine Sheriff plays it out wide. It's too wide though for Barrett. He has to go wider to collect it. Being pushed out by Floyd on the far side. Gets it inside to Lamine Sheriff. Might try a shot. Does. Oh, it's a ricochet, and nothing going right for the Poppies, although they almost got the ball back, and somehow Spalding get the ball away. It's Ward going to have to chase this down, being chased by the centre forward. Good work there from Ward. Dummies it, and pressure released. Ball pumped forward by him, headed on. It's going to be cleared though by Chris Ward. It is, And flag has gone up. And I'm not sure what that is, Gary, really. What's
Poppy's throw, I think is
Poppy's
indicated.
throwing, is it?
Yep.
Not quite sure where he conjured that one up from, but
We'll
they're a
take
law
it.
to themselves, aren't they, these referees?
We'll take it.
We'll take everything, yeah. Powell then being knocked off the ball, then goes down. Nothing given with the referee, gets it out to Barrett, back to Powell. Powell on the edge of the penalty area, tries to get the ball over, does so. Headed out easily, though. Afusu can't get there. Spalding can. Now there might be a chance just before half-time for them. Plays it out wide here for Brockley. Unwin is going to have to chase this down, but Brockley's going to beat him to it. Unwin does get the ball back to Davis. And Davis, plenty of time, takes one or two touches with the ball, then delivers it towards Stones. But McLaughlin is underneath it. Goalkeeper Duggan comes out and puts that one into orbit. And that's gone over the clubhouse. Get the clubhouse and down the picket line in front of Weetabix. Yeah, they can probably put that in the recipe. We'll never see that one again. So another ball comes on there. This one's got frosties on it. Brown then with the throw-in. Gets it to Afusu, back to Brown. Brown plays it square. Good ball to Johnson. There's got a bit of space on the other side of the park. Moving forward. Plays it in the middle of the park to Neil. Neil to Sheriff. Sheriff out wide to Afusu. Afusu now he might have a chance here to go forward. Plays it in, but it's a heavy ball giving Stones no chance. Out comes Michael Duggan quite calmly. Collects the ball, and that period of passage of play is over. I can see the board coming up for how many extra minutes. There's going to be no minutes according to that board. What's Malk doing? It's a shot, and a good effort there by Brockley. Impromptu shot, and it went high and wide, but anything on target would have put Davis under pressure. And we're still waiting to see with bated breath how long we're going to have. I reckon a minute.
One, I would think.
1 minute when we finally get through. Referee going over to wrong. 2 minutes.
2. What do we know?
What do we know? Not a lot. Ward then for Kettering. The centre of the park plays it out wide for Unwin. Unwin into the Spalding half. Plays it to Sheriff. Sheriff looks up. Plays it forward for Unwin. Unwin plays it towards Powell, but Powell will need to be a racehorse to get that in. Won't get that in. And Yalla allows that to go out right down by the corner flag. And it will be a throw in. I don't want to say extra time and penalties, but I suppose I better mention it a bit later. Headed out by Brown, and that is... we've just heard of a suicide chant from John Dunham as Norwich miss a penalty. It will be a throw-in to the visitors. Yalla with it. Intercepted by Brown. Sheriff gets the ball to Neil, who pumps it forward towards Powell. Powell being held back by Yalla, nothing by the referee at all. Being held back, pumped out wide on the far side. Can Connor Barrett get there? He can. He might try a shot here. Fires one in. What a save from the goalkeeper! Incredible! Well, we've had 2 brilliant saves, one from each. A pile driver there from Connor Barrett. Somehow it knocked the goalkeeper over. He palmed it over. That should have been the opening goal. 2 great saves.
It was almost a comedy save. The power of Barrett's shot sort of flung the goalkeeper back, and as he fell back with it, he sort of pushed it up and managed to find the top of the net rather than the back of the net.
Well, Harrison Neal then with this corner. Powell trying to mop up. Referee takes a look at his watch, but it's going to be Brown trying to get the ball over. He does. Headed out. That will be a throw-in. This could be the last action of this first half. Referee again looks at his watch, gets the ball to Sheriff, and there goes the whistle. And what an important save Michael Duggan made there on the stroke of half-time. An absolutely outstanding shot, a pile driver from Connor Barrett about 18 yards out. I thought it was definitely an Exocet missile, but somehow the goalkeeper parried the ball over the bar, and the score remains Kettering Town 0, Spalding United 0.
Yeah, 1 save each. 1 good save each, to be fair, but for the rest of the game, you'd say for if you just came here not knowing, you'd say that two teams at the same level, and that's an indication that Kettering really do have to find another gear in the second half.
Well, Gary and I are going to take a 10-minute break. We'll bring you all the action in the second half. Let's hope that if you're from a Kettering persuasion, it can improve. Certainly, there's been a couple of chances, one for each side, but it remains here 0-0. Well, welcome back to Latimer Park for the second half of this Emirates FA Cup second qualifying round match. Still 0-0. The story really of two great saves from either keeper or each keeper. First of all, it was Rhys Davis pulling off a fantastic save midway through the first half, and then Kettering were denied a certain goal by Michael Duggan as Connor Barrett's pile driver somehow stayed out of the goal. It was pushed over. Those two really are the only real talking points of the first half. Few half chances for either side, but you wouldn't really think there's too much between these two teams if you were neutral. You wouldn't know which the conference north side and which was the Step 4 club. And Kettering need to improve on that first half performance. Maybe shake things around, bring on a couple of players to sort the format out. But at the moment it does seem as it's going to be the same 11 that started the first half. Kettering kicking towards the tin hat, which has been populated now by the Kettering Town faithful. So no doubt they'll create a rousing atmosphere in there, Gary.
Yeah, every little helps, and I'm sure Mr. Cox has had words. And
in saying that, sorry to interrupt, it does look like that Dakari Sheriff is on. He's
yes, he
got
does.
the number 12 shirt on, so let's see who isn't. And it looks like Tom Unwin has been replaced. That's interesting.
That could well be tactical. I was pointing out that we're playing with three centre halves. None of them really look that comfortable at bringing the ball forward to make that extra man in midfield, and as a result, Poppy's first half we're sort of bypassing the midfield too much, and it looks as though that's a tactical change, and we've gone into a flat back four.
Yep, so that is a tactical change completely. Let's see what can happen here then. Of course, Dakari Sheriff played in that game on Saturday, and so we have 45 minutes to go before the prospect of extra time and penalties. I know all the guys up here are relishing. I can see it in their faces, going white as I speak. Well, yeah, you are. So it's going to be Lamine Sheriff to get us underway. As Badger comes in with his first and only joke of the evening.
That's one, Aaron.
And we are off. It's Sheriff back to Connor Johnson. Plays it long towards Stones. Stones can't get there. Hugo does. And Harrison tries to flick the ball through, intercepted by Tom Mucklin. And he pumps the ball high into the night sky. Barrett and Brown underneath it. Sorry, Brown is there, beaten to it though. Brown, though, allows it to come to Connor Johnson. It comes off the Spalding play on a ricochet and will be a throw into the Poppers on the far side. Of course, as you know, the winner of this game tonight will meet Leamington away in the third qualifying round. There'll be a few more replays tonight, no doubt. Ball back in the Spalding half. It's been played back to Michael Duggan. He's come out of his penalty area to retrieve the ball. He delivers it forward. Brown underneath it. He's beaten to it. The ball's flicked on to Asama Balunga, but it's put out of play by Ward. Sorry, Johnson, in fact, not Ward. New ball as that's gone into oblivion on the far side. You need some searchlights out there to find that ball, I would have thought. A long throw by Hugo. Limbering up to take it, a la Connor Kennedy, who's out injured, in case you've only just joined us. In it comes as the cry of tulips comes out, headed up by Johnson. That goes out for a corner, first one of the second half. And the 20 or so tulip fans behind the Kettering goal there. They'll be hoping this one goes in. Only to carry Sheriff and Powell up front. Ball comes in high towards that back post. It's got there, it comes in here. And Davis gets it, drops it, but then gets it again, does well. Pumps the ball out, but a poor kick by Davis, rushing his kick. Kicks it straight out for a throw-in. And that will be a throw-in to Spalding. Broccoli leaves it for Yala.
Has Chris Ward just got a different number on for them? Seems to be got the number 19 shirt on, is he?
Just look that way, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Just look that way.
I think it's just a substitute shirt. Still looks like Ward.
Well, there's no number 19 on the team sheet.
No, exactly.
Nothing announced. So, as you say, it's going to be another long throwing by James Hugo on the far side, halfway in Kettering's half. And he's winding up to take this, delivers the ball into penalty. Good throw in here, flicked on, and that goes for a corner again. So Spalding exerting pressure on the Poppers early in this second half. Not what the Poppers faithful, the 582 who've attended this evening, want to see. Bit of manhandling going on there in the penalty area. Sambalunga is giving it a bit of worth. It comes in swinging, headed out, but only towards Stones, who clears it. Ricochets, Spalding at the ball back. Ward fires, and that goes high and wide over Davis's goal mouth. Bit scrappy though, Gary. Get rid of that ball. Anything could have happened.
Yeah, the tactical change for Kettering at half-time certainly hasn't paid off yet. It's more like a 4-3-3 now. And it basically means that Powell is gone off to the left, Sheriff on the right, Stones up front and centre. But, yep, you're right. So far, it's Spalding actually have been the brighter again in the second half, starting the second half just as well, just like they did in the first half.
You know, the House of Lords woke up underneath us, which you hear all those groans and moans of, get on with it, underneath our commentary position, because we are over the main stand where a lot of our elderly supporters are housed, and does sound a bit like the House of Lords, doesn't it? At least they're awake though. And it will be a throw when we get back underway, and it will be Hugo to take this again. No doubt this will be another long throw, which it will be. It's just in front of the burger bar, and he's winding up to take this. Not so congested in the penalty area this time, so something a little different maybe from the fullback. Delivers it, another good long throw in, headed in there, goes anywhere, and Davis gets the rebound. Bowls the ball out towards the carry Sheriff, but he won't reach Sheriff. And it's back with Yala. So once again, the Tulips mounting an attack. There's Ward. Fuso intercepts, but beaten to it by Clark. Clark does well, fending off Fuso. Plays it out to Bashero. He plays it long. There's Brown. Powell traps the ball, being fouled by Yala, nothing given by the referee. Plays it out wide to Brown. He pumps it forward, and that is cleared by Mucklin for a Kettering Town throw. Taken quickly by Brown, trying to find Stones. Stones does in fact win the ball. He's in the penalty area, gets the ball through. Right foot, he puts it in. There's nobody there though, and that harmlessly goes to the goalkeeper. Then falls down on the ball, and it remains a stalemate.
Yeah, classic centre-forwards cross there, where he needed to be on the end of it himself.
Yeah, he could have crossed it, ran onto it, couldn't he? I suppose, and he's not Speedy Gonzalez, so he wouldn't do that. But it's Duggan, edge of penalty area, pumps the ball forward. There's Johnson. He wins at a good header to Johnson, finds Powell, who is onside. It goes out wide. He's faced with Yala in front of him. Still Powell. Powell doing well. He's beaten him. Gets the ball over. Nobody there, though. Headed out by Ward, where the number 19, Neil, can't do much with it, and fouls Clark. Rather theatrically, he goes down. Getting up for an Emmy.
Yeah, just laid his paws on him though. It was a foul, I have to say. Can't argue about that one.
No, not even my biased eyes. You can't, as the moon now looking splendid over Latimer Park there. What a sight that is, isn't it? Duggan then with Duggan then with the kick. Found Brown though. Brown pumps it back forward, trying to find Stones. It's very, very scrappy stuff, this. Goes from one end to the other with nothing in between really. Given away straight to Hugo. He pumps the ball forward here for Floyd. Goalkeeper hasn't come for the ball, and Ward shepherds this out for a goal kick. Well, we've got to carry Sheriff on. I think I might have tried to bring on Jordan Crawford and maybe Dykesi, see what he can do. Even Perry to bring him on to really upset the apple cart a bit.
We've got options. I mean, it's one thing about the FA Cup, of course, you're allowed a bigger bench to select your 3 substitutions from. As you say, we made one. We've got 2 Sheriffs on the pitch.
And a captain. Well, that was a poor clearance by Kettering. The crowds of "Who are you?" from the Spalding fans. It will result in a throw-in to Spalding. Hugo with it, wiping the ball down of the Jew that's coming through this evening. Delivers it to Barrett, wins that. Stones then goes down. It's hoofed towards Davis, who collects the ball right on the edge of his penalty area, rolls it out to Johnson. Johnson now, the bit of space coming forward. Still Johnson with the ball. He's into the centre circle. Plays it out wide for Powell. Intercepted by Yala. Ball back with Johnson. Johnson back to Brown. And it's a Kettering Town throw. Ricochet. Kettering can't break this side down. They're playing some good football. And we said at half-time, the sides that come to Latimer Park in the league are more open and expansive football. Kettering can't break this stubborn defence down as Afusu tackles himself twice, gets the ball again, plays it back to Brown. This is better football from Kettering. Stone squares it to Lamine Sheriff. He's got Barrett out here on the wing if he wants to use him. He does. Barrett now on this right-hand side going forward. Collides though with Floyd, and then Becerra gets the ball away. Asambalunga does well, but he's beaten to it by Johnson. Brown plays the ball out wide to Powell. Powell on the byline on the far side, comes inside, beats one, then loses the ball. And Kettering can't hold on to the ball more than once. Neal with the ball going forward, still Neal. Tried to slip Gary Sheriff through. Sheriff is offside, and it's blocked anyway. But
that was
Sheriff
a tight one.
Offside.
Very tight.
Very close indeed, a millimetre in it, I would believe. But there we are, it still remains 0-0. The dreaded format of extra time and penalties looming. Prophet of doom. Let's hope that that doesn't happen for a number of reasons. But it will be Duggan to get us back underway. He's placing the ball down just outside the penalty area. Ball played into the Kettering half. Asambalunga is underneath it, wins the header, gets the ball through to Floyd. He chests it down, might try a shot, can't. Sheriff into Lamine Sheriff intervenes, tries to get the ball to Afusu. He's beaten to it, and then a good tackle by Neal, but Spalding at the ball back again. Yala pumps the ball forward. There's no foul. Yes, there is a foul on Neal on the far side, and Connor Johnson then with the free kick on the far side. Told to go back a few yards by the linesman.
Need to be on a best behaviour, Paul. The chairman is behind us.
Up in the gantry with us, getting a different view of the game. The ball's pumped forward towards Powell. Powell can't get there. It's put out by McLaughlin for a throw-in. No Connor Kennedy to take these long throw-ins, so that option has gone for the Poppies. Looks like Brown is going to take it quickly towards Powell. Powell comes inside, then goes down. Nothing given by the referee. Cleared away. Asambalunga has got the ball, chests it down. Does well under pressure from Neal. Wins it. Still wins it. Puts the ball forward. A foul on him. And he goes down. The ball is pumped forward. Floyd goes towards it, but it trickles back to goalkeeper. And Davis gets the ball on the far side to Johnson. Johnson lofts the ball in the hope that Powell will get there. He can't. Yala does. But there is Brown trying to win it back for Kettering. Picks the ball up, but it was a throw-in. And good work there from Fusu gets it to Stones. Heavy touch by Stones though. Gets it back to Sheriff. Trying to find Barrett, but it's headed by Floyd, and this should go out for a throw in. Barrett allows it to go out. Barrett to Neil. Neil back to Barrett. Barrett right footed, puts one in. Nobody there except Stones. Headed out. Nobody in the centre. Lamine Sheriff hooks the ball back to Johnson. Johnson, the only man back in Kettering's half, has to trap the ball, which he does. Plays it out wide here for Barrett. Can Barrett keep this in? He chests it down, does well. Barrett might be a chance here. Fires one in. Oh, another great save for the goalkeeper at the near post. He hit it again. A rocket shot there from Conor Barrett. That's been denied twice by two great saves from Michael Duggan. Advantage Poppies. What a shame for young Barrett. He can't get the ball in the net.
No, but he won't get any closer than that without scoring. It was a fantastic save by Duggan, full credit. Got down very smartly at his near post to push it round for a corner, but that's better from the Poppies.
Harrison Neal with the resulting corner. It comes in. There's Stones beaten to it. Spalding get the ball away, but only towards Lamine Sheriff. Back to Neal. Neal, right footed, gets the ball. It's headed out there quite easily. Cleared by Bashero. Alec Brown having to get to it first. Plays it out wide the far side to Powell. Powell traps it rather heavily. Has the ball now, but everyone's got back to where they should be. It's back to Afusu. He's beaten one, he's beaten two. Doing well here. Goes through, cleared. But there's a foul on Powell. Play being brought back. That was good refereeing by Humphreys. And it gives Kettering the chance to pump one into the penalty area in front of their own fans.
Yeah, just started to warm up now, Paul, in the second half. Obviously, a big slice of cake at half-time. It's taken a while for it to digest. This is better.
Yeah, this is what cup football's about. This is more like it, as you say. It's a bit more intensity into the game. It's a bit like a cup tie rather than just a run around. And certainly with that shot from Barrett and the resulting melee that's followed, it's given Kettering the chance with this free kick. Powell is with Neil. Coxie is shouting out instructions. Powell decides to leave it, goes out wide as a dummy, doesn't take it though, does Neil. He still has the ball, comes in, headed out easily. There is Afusu, might try a shot, does a shot, too many there. Lamine Sheriff fires one, ricochet, and that goes for a corner as the goalkeeper dives. It goes over the goal. More pressure from the Poppies. This is what those fans want to see, and it will be Harrison Neal again who's going to take this. 2 balls on the pitch. And the other one has been cast aside. Harrison Neal on this right hand side, still 0-0 here, but Kettering pressing forward. Ball in the quadrant. Comes in near post, flicked on there, and that's going to be cleared back to Harrison Neal, who's made an advancement, comes in towards that back post. There is Ward, and he heads over the bar, and that was a definite chance, just goes over.
Again though, much better from the Poppies, creating a few chances, sometimes off the dead ball situations, but also getting decent shots in and forcing defenders in the way, conceding corners and making Mr. Duggan work in the goal.
61st minute gone here at Latin Park. It's still 0-0. Listen to Poppies TV audio with Gary Foreman and myself, Paul Cook, sponsored by Elgood's Brewery, your local brewery, and hope we're bringing you detailed analysis of what's going on today as the ball is pumped forward, headed on by Ward, but it's intercepted by Brockley. Brockley on this right hand side, left hand side, he comes inside, puts the ball over. There is Brown to clear it. There was a certain chance there to carry. Sheriff has now got the ball, but he's lost it to Yala. He's also lost it to Barrett, who plays it to Neil. He puts the ball forward, and that'll be offside if and when Ian Martin, our director's caught the ball. Ed Palmer's not here tonight, he's in the studio, but again the ball comes into the commentary position and Ed's missed it. Well, the offside was given about 10 weeks after the original had happened, but it is a free kick. And
yeah, Stones has strayed. Fans are upset because to carry Sheriff, he was the quicker of the two players, he wasn't offside, but Stones was trapped.
Not had too many chances as young Isaac Stones this evening. And ball comes in, it's cleared. There's Brocky, might try a snapshot, he does, and that goes high and wide over Davis's goal and doesn't trouble anybody except the supporters in there. Have to throw the ball back to the goalkeeper has made 2 excellent saves in this game, 1 in each half, denying the same player, Conor Barrett, twice. Certain goals in my opinion, but very well handled by the goalkeeper, and keeping his side in this cup game. Forward by Davis towards Stones, beaten to it by Shane Clark, goes out for a throw-in. Barrett throws it to Sheriff. Sheriff takes a touch, right-footed, puts the ball on over to the other side. There is Brown, and Powell runs out of play, but it's put out for a corner. Corner on the far side. Powell takes it quickly, gives it to Neil. Neil back to Powell. Powell needs to swing this one, and he does, towards that back post. There's Stones. There is Connor Johnson, back post there, punched out by the goalkeeper. Again gets to it, another corner. Thought that was in a loop in at the back post. It's certainly liven up now, and Kettering get in that 6-yard box. Goalkeeper coming to the rescue once again. Neil with it. Fans behind that goalmouth giving it some shouting now. If you don't know if you can hear them. In comes Neil. In-swinger comes in here. Headed out by Spalding. Missed kick by Lamine Sheriff, who tried to volley it in. And then it is a foul by Alex Brown. Has calmed things down for the visitors. And they take their time in retrieving the ball. But Kettering have had the impetus, they've had the possession, they just can't get the ball in the net. Is that going to cost them, Gary Foreman, in the latter stages of this game? As while it's 0-0 and time running out, 1 strike could win a game for either side.
Well, that's it. If it was a boxing parlance, then Kettering have gone ahead now on points, but they still haven't found the knockout below.
Duggan gets the ball, and there's Broccoli. He's got a bit of time here. He's got 1 or 2 with him. Tries a bit of trickery himself. Gets the ball to Becerra. He plays it out wide. Here's Yala. Yala in the penalty area now. Still Yala. He's overcooked it a little bit, and that goes out for a goal kick. Overbalanced a bit there, I think, Yala. If he got the ball in early, it might have been a little bit different. But
yep, well defended from Alex Brown. That's my first opportunity to see him play. Looks quite a tidy left back, I have to say.
Yep, from Kings Lynn, played 17 times for them last season, and before then he played for Buxton, I think, where Kings Lynn bought him from. But still 0-0 here at Latimer Park as Davis pumps the ball forward towards Stones. He can't get there's a chance here for Afusu. De Carry Sheriff gets the ball in, and it's cleared off the line by the number 3. Hugo did a remarkable job there. Thought Sheriff was going to get the ricochet. It wasn't hit powerfully, but somehow the number 3 got back, got it off the line, thrown on the far side. Another chance goes begging. Powell with the ball from the throw-in. He's down by the corner flag. He's being interfered with, let's say. Good work there from Neil. Fusu gets the ball in here. There's De Carry Sheriff. It hits the bar. Great save from the keeper. Gets a hand onto it somehow, and he palms it onto the bar, and that goes over for a goal kick. Well, are we ever going to put this ball in the net? This goalkeeper's having one of those nights. Is it Tomaszewski? Those of you that don't remember Tomaszewski from 1973, playing for Poland, an absolutely unbelievable performance by this keeper.
Yeah, let's take it back. Sheriff's shot originally was deflected, and that gave Hugo the chance to get in and retrieve the ball to stop it going into the net. But it was Sheriff again that was causing trouble. He got the faintest flicks, and he just thought it was going to go in. The ball bounced down and up against the crossbar and over the top. So we're getting closer and closer. Surely it's going to come.
Well, Sheriff gets the ball to Stones. Stones plays it out wide here for Powell. Can Powell latch onto this? He's got a bit of space here. There's Yala in front of him. He does a double shuffle, puts the ball in, and then blazes it over into Graham Coles' back garden. And it goes hurtling down there. And that chance goes with a great ball from Stones. And Powell could have done a little better with that, I think, really.
Yeah, by his standards, especially. Ballooned over the bar, but yeah, the last 15 minutes it's really become one-way traffic. So you know, we've got to be mindful though that you know, they are a strong physical side, particularly on set pieces. So they still possess their own threat, Spalding this evening.
Ward gets the ball away from the goal kick. It's pumped back in though by Smith, a push there by Barrett, nothing given by the referee. And then Barrett then is brought down after trailing leg, and looks like the might cost him a booking here. It's Floyd, and not happy with the referee's decision. He is going into the book. Yep, he's going in there. Equals up there, one booking each. Scott Floyd goes in. Not happy with that, shakes his head in disappointment as he thought he was fouled before he fouled. But the referee saw it a different way, and he goes into the book. Free kick to be taken by Luke Ward. Plays it long towards Stones. Doesn't reach Stones, but it does reach Afusu. Might try a shot. Afusu fires one in. Whoa! What a goal from Afusu! An absolute outstanding shot. Kettering go ahead, and he's broken the deadlock. And what a goal that was! 1-0.
Well, I said it was coming, and boy did it come. Fantastic shot from Afusu. And Duggan had absolutely no chance. It was right in the corner of the net. Fantastic strike, well deserved for the Puppy's second half performance. 1-0 up.
Of course, he scored on Saturday, and he's got one tonight. That's his third goal in 4 matches. And what a stunner that was. You'll see that on the highlights. He hit that like a rocket, and it ballooned in there. 1-0 to Kettering Town, fully deserved. Well, can Kettering hang on to this lead then, as they were 1-0 up at Spalding?
Well, step one is hang on to all of your players. That's the first thing I'd say.
Steady on. Well, Connor Johnson wins that in the centre there, pumps the ball forward. He gets it out wide to Powell. Powell now, he's got Stones in front of him, and there's the carry over. It's Powell doing well here, gets the ball over, it comes in there, Stones misses it. Any touch by Stones, it would have gone in, it went behind him, he couldn't get his foot there. And that was another chance going begging for Kettering as Barrett is obstructed and fouled by Floyd, who's got to be careful here. He's been booked, and he's going to show dissent. There's a Spalding player down, looks like he's got some form of cramp. And Kettering edge another goal nearer Tottenham. That's 895 goals they've got now, Kettering.
More the merrier.
There's a bit of... yeah, it's definitely cramp, isn't it?
Mucklin is down with cramp. I think it's Mucklin.
Well, Afusu, Ed Palmer and myself travelled back with Afusu on the way from Gateshead, and what a charming man he is too. He's very, very interesting to talk to. The delight, and he's really champing at the bit to play for Kettering, and his goals so far have been vital. The opening one against Bradford Park Avenue, one on Saturday, and a beautiful night as Neil comes in. There's the header. It goes back to Neil if he can keep it in. He can, down by the corner flag. Still Neil with it, comes in, it's cleared though by Spalding, but Neil can't get there, and it goes back into Kettering's half. Barrett turns, plays the ball back to Davis. Davis with a bit of time, he can got a few options on here. He's going to play it long, poor ball, and it hits Asam Sambalonga right in the gentleman's region. He goes down like a dose of salts. That'll be quite painful. It's amazing, everybody bursts out laughing when you get hit in the gentleman's regions. And he's
up and running.
He's
though,
up and
so,
running. There we go. If it's cricket, I'd say one ball left. But
yeah, no, I think it must have been more in his midriff, because he wouldn't be up that quickly if it had hit lower than that. That's for sure. Okay, time for pause for breath.
71 minutes gone here. Kettering Town 1, Spalding United 0. This Emirates FA Cup second round replay as the ball almost got through to Dakari Sherry, but out came goalkeeper Duggan to deny him. And advantage Kettering Town at the moment. Yeah. Looks like Spalding going to make a second substitution. But Sambalunga's got the ball, plays it out, squares it out wide here for... He plays it wide to Bashero. Still Bashero being tackled by handball there, but nothing given. And Barrett plays the ball long here. Stones, out comes the goalkeeper. He'll get there first though. Picks the ball up as Stones was bearing down on him. And Spalding preparing to make a substitution on the far side. Broccoli on the far side then, who's got a chance here to get the ball into the penalty area. Doing well, but then is beaten to it easily by Brown, who plays the ball long for Powell. He won't get there, though. I would think that Mucklin will. He does, and that goes out for a Kettering Town throw. And it stays in the ground, which is good. Mucklin does a little skip and a hop there. Looks like he may have taken a bit of a knock, but he's okay. The Kettering subs are just warming up. There's the lesser spotted Jordan Crawford.
Yes, first time on the bench, I think, was it, for Poppis?
No, he's been on there every game.
Okay, he's been on every game. He's never come onto the pitch, though.
And that is true.
Probably won't tonight.
Powell doing some dancing down that side there, flicks the ball through, and it's brought down after the ball, and this time the referee does get Yala once again interfering with Powell, clips him. The referee going over this time.
That should be a yellow card, that should be a yellow card. That was, he knew what he was doing there. Powell was past him, and it was an
Perry giving his 10
challenge
from the sidelines. Referee hasn't booked Yala.
No, he hasn't. Got away with it. Floyd's off.
Nothing happening at the moment. Still ball. There will be a free kick. Referee still having a word with Yala, but it hasn't gone into the book. And Spalding still preparing to make a substitution. Referee goes over to Harrison Neal. He's pacing out the 10 yards for the one man in the wall. And that is Broccoli, who then walks back to 2 yards after the referee goes away. Harrison Neal then flicks the ball in. Poor and cooked out by Floyd, who's about to be substituted. Ball back with Brown. Brown puts the ball in again. This time it reaches Afusu, the goal scorer, on the edge of the penalty area. Gets it to Powell. Powell does the dance one way, then the other. Still Powell, he could pass the ball, hasn't. Might try left footer, does it close in here? Oh, it's hit to Kerry Sheriff, and could have gone in for the second goal, but it's deflected by him. Trickles by the post, goal kick.
Yep, nearly. Sheriff's come close to scoring a few times in the second half, so you'd have to say it's a good substitution that Paul Cox made at half time. Here is the Spalding change. It's Floyd who's departed on the far side.
One of these days for Floyd, wasn't it?
You can go all night with these quotes, Paul.
Unfortunately, I could, but I'm not.
You'll make me comfortably numb.
You've started, haven't you?
16 is on. Mazines. Lise Mazine?
Yep.
Lise Mazine. Number 16 is on as a more attacking option, I would imagine, for Spalding.
Afusu breaking away here on this right-hand side. He's still Afusu there. He's being tackled. There's a chance here to goal! 2-0 to Kerry Sheriff. That must seal it. Great work from Afusu. There's the Kerry Sheriff once again proving what he can do. 2-0 to the Poppies.
Well, I said he's came close to scoring a few times in the second half. And there he is with a chance. Say great work from Afusu. Pulling the ball back and the shot getting through on that far post, and 2-0 up now, and dare I say Kettering are cruising into the next round. I just did.
You did, didn't you? And what a round that's going to be if it is to be Kettering in the next round away at Leamington. That should be another cracker, shouldn't it?
Yes,
can't wait to go there.
The lights will be going out.
Lights will be going. Well, they can't. It's during the day, isn't it? So and another substitute coming on for the visitors. Number 8 going off. And number 15 on, who's Jordan McLeod, is coming on for Spalding. And Dan Pichero has seen these last action of the evening. 2-0 Kettering Town. Back underway. Barrett heading the ball forward towards Sheriff, who's being fouled. Stones also under the pressure here. Does well. Isaac Stones going forward. Then it's brought down by Simon Clark. And Clark is being spoken to by the referee. Spalding resulting to all sorts of tactics now. He's going into the book. And Kettering beginning to turn the screw in this fixture. And the cries of Wembley being...
Well, why not? You know, we've been there twice, Paul.
Leamington.
It might be Leamington first, but, you know, Wembley's the ultimate goal of this competition. Yeah.
It's going to be Harrison Neal then to take this free kick. Referee pacing out. There's 2 in the wall. Les Mazzane, or Lees Mazzane, he's quite tall. And then he's got Broccoli with him. It looks like Laurel and Hardy. But fans in full voice now. Harrison Neal puts the ball in towards that back post. There's Stones. It comes off Stones and goes well wide of the goal mouth, troubling nobody except a fan who picks the ball up near the corner flag.
Much brighter second half by the Poppies. First 5 minutes of the second half, yeah, it was more of the same, but gradually they've made the tactical switch make the difference, really, and it's good to see Afusu shining in midfield. That's been the bright spot of the second half for me. All of a sudden the midfielder got into the game as a result of that tactical change, so full credit for the management team there.
Throwing on the far side, it's Yala. He's got the ball, but Fusu's going to intercept here. He loses the ball, though, away to Clark, but then Barrett wins it back. Gives to Carey. Sheriff a chance here. Sheriff got acres of space to run out. He's got Powell, he's got Stones, he's got Lamine Sheriff. He's into the penalty area, has to turn round, though, rather heavily. Gets the ball to Powell. Powell with a bit of space, goes in between 1 and 2, does a bit of dancing as he does. He's got Sheriff with him. Here's Powell, still Powell with the ball on the byline, and that goes out for a corner. Good work there by Powell. Gives Kettering another chance to get the ball into that area. More goals the merrier, as far as I'm concerned.
Yep, we're coming for you, Tottenham.
Well, they'll probably get somebody like Alfred Trinity or somebody in the FA Cup, Tottenham, you know, to score a hatful
Kane
against.
will bag about 5, won't
Yeah,
he?
against some nondescript outfit.
Like Arsenal.
Oh, yes, that's a good one.
Sorry, Arsenal fans who are listening.
Neal then with the corner. Comes in, there's a push there on Stones, but it's cleared by Spalding. Alex Brown underneath this. Heads the ball out for a throw-in. And Asamba Lunga goes for the ball. Has to come back about 10 yards. And it will be Hugo. He does. Hugo again with the second throw-in. Cleared by Luke Ward, high into the night sky. Afusu underneath it. He finds Stones. Stones puts the ball forward. Powell won't be able to latch onto this. Plays the ball back Yale to the goalkeeper, who then just pumps the ball forward. Connor Johnson heads it back, but it's a top header. And it's a bit of head tennis as Johnson wins it back. Neal gets the deflection. It comes off Afusu. Headed back. Bit scrappy this centre circle. A chase on here as Davis comes miles out of his area. Does well and then puts the... He's hoofed that ball, I think, into Morrison's yard. It was incredible, wasn't it? He could have touched it out, but he put it into orbit. Never find that ball.
I was going to say, it's the way he squared himself up, really, before launching it. And you know,
I hope we've got some torches.
Yeah, we could lose a few ball boys in that field tonight.
Exactly. It's very dark out there, and that's 2 hours I know that have gone missing. Throw-in comes in then, in that penalty area, headed out by Connor Johnson. Found Baker on the far side, intercepted there, and Powell is adjudged to have fouled just on the midway in Kettering's half. I think it's rather harsh, to be honest.
Yeah, I thought it was harsh as well, like shoulder to shoulder, and Powell's not the biggest of men, but he's very good physique, shall we say. There's a lot of weight work to give himself a chance against some of these taller, strong centre halves. He was unlucky with that decision.
9 minutes to go then in this cup tie. Kettering leading it 2-0 with goals from Afusu and Carey Sheriff as the ball comes in and it's headed out there, and has a chance there from Bailey Baker, but Davis was alert and it goes into his midriff. He bowls the ball out to Barrett. Barrett plays it long for to carry Sheriff. Sheriff has got Stones with him. Sheriff in the penalty area, plays one side, tries a shot, and it was a weak shot straight at Duggan, who catches that in his midriff. He decided to bowl the ball out. He didn't, takes his time. Time running out for the Tulips. They put in a good show, a good shift, but ultimately the amount of chances that Kettering have created in this game is only going to be, I would have thought, one way as Barrett cleans up. Good clearance from him. He's got Sheriff underneath this. There's Yalla. Still Sheriff. Sheriff's there. Sheriff. Oh, he's missed from an acute angle. He's put it out for a throw-in. It was actually on the byline. How on earth that happened, I don't know. But, wow. I thought that was 3-0, and somehow it's a throw-in on the far side. I don't think Gary Sheriff can believe it. Kettering get the ball in again. It comes in. It ricochets on the keeper. There, Sheriff. It is offside anyway. Linesman puts his flag up. And another chance there. Well, the second half has certainly been exciting, Gary. And
it certainly has. We've
Kettering have created a lot more chances.
Bags of chances.
And it's a bit more like a cup tie than the game at Spalding and the first half.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, Gary Sheriff could have had a hat-trick. And they're going to make the Tulips are going to make their third and final substitution.
Yep. Kettering so far haven't made any substitutions in this game. I thought they might have tried somebody out just for a last few minutes. And they have made, Sheriff did come on, thank you, Bob. Harry Robinson is coming on, and James
and
Hugo.
Hugo off.
Hugo off. So entering the final few moments of this game is, has he gone off? Ball played towards Barrett, but it's intercepted by Clark. Clark plays it to Floyd. Not Floyd. Robinson's first touch. Sorry, looks very like Floyd, to be honest, but he's wearing the 17. So throwing on the left-hand side here for Kettering. Sorry for Spalding, I've gone to pieces here. Comes in quickly. There is Clark. Clark being pressurised, puts it out wide. There could be a chance here for Yalla. Bit of space on the far side of the penalty area. Comes inside the penalty area, takes a touch, fires one in back post, and that should go out harmlessly for a goal kick. It does, as we're getting nearer and nearer the final moments and that lovely trip to Leamington to follow in a few days, well, a week or so's time. Yeah, game will be called off for COVID, or the lights will go on, and who knows what antics they'll get up to.
Well, one thing we need is certain, without wishing to tempt any fate, our record at Leamington is appalling.
Played them 8 times, we've lost 7 and drawn 1.
Exactly, appalling.
Stones can't get there. He's fouled Ward, who's wearing the number 19 shirt, who's gone down as if he's been shot. He's now got up again.
Ball pumped forward. Connor Johnson gets his head to it. Ball breaks though to Spalding. Sambulunga back to Clark. Clark hoists it forward, but Alex Brown is rising to head it out for a throw-in on the far side. And it's Yala that bowls it back to, it's Mitchin.
I've just been told that the man of the match is Claudio Afusu.
Yes,
which I think is a very good decision indeed.
Yeah.
He's played exceptionally well. Scored a cracking goal and been quite a live wire in this side. Powell breaking away down the left-hand side, puts it forward towards Sheriff. Lamine Sheriff into the corner flag. I hope we're not going to have these bits where we're wasting time. He goes down, and that is a corner.
That'll waste time.
Wasn't a waste of time that time, was it? Normally go in the corner there and fanny around for about 5 minutes, and not much comes from it, but it does this time. Kettering in no hurry to take this this corner.
Leamington, of course, will be week on Saturday.
Yeah, on Saturday we're back here at Latimer Park.
We are
full
indeed.
coverage for the game against Spenamore
That'll be a tough one.
Town. It will be a tough one. Good side. Yeah.
Yep.
2 goal scorers have got 10 goals between them. And there'll be a handful. Ramshaw and I think it's Glenn Taylor. Rob Ramshaw and Glenn Taylor. Corner coming in from Neil. Comes in there. Stones. It's headed out though. Neil should get there first. And after a bit of fortuitousness, he does. Beats 1, beats 2. Still going through Neil. He's blocked. He's going to win the ball back. Doesn't fouls Robinson in the process. And time marching on as 1 or 2 fans begin to start leaving the ground. Never really understood that, really, because you never know what could happen in the final throes of a game.
No, there won't be much of a rush out the car park either.
Ooh.
Attendance under 600.
Well, that was poor there by Barrett. He's led in the number 15 who takes a might try a shot, does, and poor shot really. Hit the side hoardings, and Davis takes his time. Davis then take this goal kick. Kettering haven't made any substitutions. Sorry, they have. I keep saying they haven't, but
Half time.
they did at half time, didn't they?
The key substitution of the
Yeah,
game.
the key substitution of the game in Sheriff. But Johnson loses out to Asambala Munga. But Powell gets it back. He's being pressurised in front of Paul Cox. Neil pumps the ball forward for Powell, who did well to get that actually. Cleared by Yala. Johnson getting a powerful header and he finds Afusu. Afusu now plays it out wide to Barrett. Barrett will be very lucky not to have scored 2 goals. Barrett had 2 fantastic efforts, puts the ball in, that's poor though. And that goes over the goal mouth, goes over the tin hat and into the dark night skies. The moon now is shining brightly.
It's a Batman moon, that is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it
Yep.
really?
But we don't need a superhero because I think we're quite safe now of booking our slot in the 3rd round qualifier.
Yeah, we are in the 90th minute. I can see that the board is going to be raised to see how long we have left. Won by Neil. Sheriff and Stones, 3 minutes of added time. So unless there's a complete disaster, Kettering are through to the next round. Good ball there. Salamunga, longer. Plays it to Broccoli. Broccoli puts the ball in. Cleared by Connor Johnston. Is going to be missed on Saturday, as no doubt his suspension will come in for them. Quickly taken. He's found Baker. Baker to Broccoli. Broccoli flicks it back to Baker. Good work there from the Tulips. Not giving up hope of trying to get a goal. Headed out and then pumped in towards Yala. Shot here by Robinson, and that goes wide. And that will be a goal kick.
Yep. Late chance for Spalding there. That surely is it. We're into the extra 3 minutes extra time. We've played a minute of that already.
Yep, so it looks like a passage through to the 3rd qualifying round. Of course, last season we were denied that opportunity due to COVID and having to forfeit the game against Brackley Town. So a tough fixture away at Leamington to follow. But again, Davis pumps the ball high towards Stones. Stones can't get there. Baker under pressure, 2 Kettering players around him. And it comes off Afusu. That will be a throw-in to Spalding. The referee takes a cursory glance at his watch, headed on by Mazine. Broccoli wins that one. There's a foul on Mazine and Broccoli. And Broccoli wanted play on, but the referee stopped play. Spalding weren't happy with that. Understandably, I suppose, they wanted the opportunity to run forward with the ball, possession, but haven't. The goalkeeper's going up. He did this on Saturday, of course, and it worked dividends for them as his extra presence. I don't know why he's doing that. They're 2-0 down, but it comes in. It's headed on, and any shot on target, and will be 3-0. But he's now racing to get back. The cries of shoot, but nothing will really happen. Powell does get the ball though and loses out. Here's Stones. Stones being played out wide. Gets it to Carey Sheriff. The goalkeeper's back on this line now. Carey Sheriff playing it out to Ofusu. Ofusu decides to play around with the ball. Loses it though. Baker tries to clear it. Goal kick. Referee looks at his watch. I would think this will be the final moment of the game. Spalding can hold their heads up high. They've made it a tough fight for Kettering Town. And there goes the whistle. Kettering Town are through to the cheers of the Kettering following. Devastation for Spalding. Goalkeeper Duggan had an exceptional game. Doesn't really deserve to be on the losing side. Pulled off some great saves, but it is the Poppies that have gone through. We're going to try and get an interview with Paul Cox after the game, which will be on our website later. But Gary, a good game to finish with.
Yeah, I mean, the second half was much better from the Poppies. A good tactical substitution at half-time made all the difference, created lots of chances. Say Duggan kept a few out, but he couldn't keep all of them out. And, yeah, Poppies well worth their 2-0 win this evening. And Leamington awaits. So, thank you very much, and good eat.
Yeah, it's a good night from Gary and myself. We'll see you on Saturday when Kettering entertain Spenamore. The fans applauding the Poppies as they go. Good night.